In elementary school, my life motto was strategic success. You see, in first grade, I did not do very well in my proficiency exams. In second grade, I was determined to do better. And I wasn't smarter in second grade, from first grade to second grade, but what I did have was a smart friend. His name was Zach. Here's a picture of Zach and I. This is us playing baseball. I'm the one right over here. My eyes are closed. I don't know why my eyes were closed. When I think about it, my eyes were closed a lot during baseball season, which probably explains my poor batting average. But in the midst of this second grade proficiency exam, I'm determined to do better. So Zach and I create this elaborate code system from across the room where we're gonna go question through question, and he's gonna give me all of the answers. The entire time, I think we're gonna get caught. And finally, we get done with the test, I turn it in, and I'm like, I am home free. A couple weeks later, I'm at my house, and my mom calls me into the kitchen. She says, Joshua, can you come in here? She's got this stern face. As I'm walking up, I can tell she's holding onto something in her hands, and it's my proficiency exam. My heart begins to beat faster and faster. I'm thinking, were there cameras in the room? Did we take like a different test and I got all of the wrong answers? Like, why does she want to talk to me about this? Finally, she looks at me as I get into the kitchen, and she says, Joshua, I am so proud of you. You did so well on your proficiency exam. I looked back at my mom and I said what any second grader would say. Thank you, Mom. We should celebrate with ice cream. So we celebrate with ice cream. But what I didn't realize in the moment is now my mom thought I was smart, and I still wasn't very smart. So I get to third grade and Zach's no longer in my class. But strategic success. I found an even smarter friend. His name was Sam. I'd pick Sam during recess to be on my football team, and he would give me answers to test. Now, we didn't have an elaborate code system anymore because I was confident in my ability to cheat. I've been doing it for so long that I would just look at his paper because he sat right next to me. And in the middle of one of our tests, my teacher looked, and she saw that I was cheating, and she accused me of cheating, to which I responded, I was not cheating. She did not believe me. She grabbed the test, she gave me a 0, she wrote on the top of it and said, you need to take this home to your mom, tell her that you cheated, and she needs to sign it. At that point, I'm like, I'm a failure. Like, my mom thinks I'm a third grade Einstein, and now she's going to know that I am a fraud. So the next day, I go into school. The paper's signed with my mom's signature. But my mom did not actually sign the paper. Strategic success. You see, if I just sign the paper, my teacher won't know, my mom won't know, and everything will be fine. But there was a problem. I have terrible handwriting. I still have terrible handwriting. So you know what I did? I recruited another friend. His name was Nick. Nick had amazing handwriting. So he signed the paper, and I turned it into my teacher. I walk away. It's been about 10 minutes at this point, and I'm like, this is so good. Nobody's ever going to know. And my teacher says, Joshua, can you come up to my desk? I'm having flashbacks of the time I had a conversation with my mom in the kitchen, but I don't think this time's going to end with ice cream. My teacher looks at me and she says, Josh, did your mom sign this paper? Of course. Josh, did your mom sign this paper? Yes. Josh, I'm going to ask you one more time. If you say yes again, I am going to call your mom and ask her if she signed this paper. Well played, Miss Carroll. Apparently, I wasn't the only strategic one in the classroom. So finally, I look back at Miss Carroll, and what I say next is something that I regret to this day. I said, Miss Carroll, I did not sign that paper. My mom did not sign that paper. Nick signed that paper. I betrayed my best friend who was there to help. Nick was not pumped about me throwing him under the bus. I thought I wouldn't get as much in trouble. I ended up getting suspended, and Nick got a detention. Now, looking back at this story, I still regret, obviously, cheating, but putting my friends in a position to cheat for me and ultimately throwing my friend Nick under the bus. But what I'm happy to report is that I'm still friends with those guys today. We hang out all the time, and they're still very smart. Sam's a doctor, Zach's a pharmacist, and Nick honed his craft, and he owns his own calligraphy business. I'm just kidding. He actually works in finance.